Hello and welcome to Adobe Flash Tutorials. In this tutorial we'll be looking at the bone tool. To start off, take your image and make sure you're on the selection tool, and you want to just select the entire image. Then after that you want to go over to your bone tool and simply take the bone tool and drag from the bottom of the image to the middle. Then after you have that secured, you want to simply just drag from the end of the first joint and drag it to the top of the image. After that, you want to go back to your selection tool, and with your selection tool you'll be able to maneuver your image across the workspace and across the page. You want to make sure that when you're doing this you're on your last frame, so that way you can see the action happening. And so far this is what we have. The next thing you want to do is the first difference that's really between CS4 and CS5, which is the spring effect. With the spring effect, if you put the strength all the way up to 98, which we're just going to show to see the full effect, make sure that you put another frame toward the 120 mark, so that way you can really see how the effect takes place. As you can see with the spring tool, it just vibrates that joint back and forth continuously until the end of the frames. And along with the spring tool, there's the strength and dampening. Now they work hand in hand with each other. When you bring the dampening to 45 and the strength to 45, this is what happens here. It starts shaking and then slowly dwindles out until the end of the frames. And then another thing that's different about this is the joint rotation and being able to constrain your joints. So as you can see now, it seems like there's some tension in between the joints and you can't really move it as freely as you would before. And without it, it looks something like this, where you can really just change it and move it to whatever position you want it to. And it really shows no constriction whatsoever on the joints. So enabling that gives you a real feature like it was on a regular human body, and how we can't move to a certain extent. Well, those are two major differences in the bone tool, and this is how it should look at the very end of your video. Thanks for watching, and come again.